first reference that we get to Devki Putra Krishna is in the Chandogya Upanishad, which is several hundred years before the Common Era. The dating of texts is difficult, so we can date it 800 BC, 900 BC, whatever. But the Chandogya Upanishad is the first itihas that refers to Devki Putra Krishna. Now, in our entire spiritual and historical and religious journey, we do not come across Devki Putra, any other Devki Putra. So we can assume that Devki Putra Krishna refers to the Krishna whom we later associate with Mathura. Now, what does the Chandogya Upanishad say? The Chandogya Upanishad says, Devki Putra Krishna came to learn from his teacher. It gives the name of the teacher. And then what is even more surprising is that when we look at the Mahabharata, what Krishna enunciates in the Mahabharata, in the Bhagavad Gita, is more or less the doctrines that Chandogya Upanishad says he learned from his teacher. So this is absolutely astonishing piece of evidence that most of us are not aware of. Chandogya Upanishad, the history of Krishna begins in Chandogya Upanishad. That is the first reference that we have. Then after that, we have all heard of Panini. Panini wrote rules of grammar. And the importance of Panini's text is that it has never been tampered with by anyone. So the Panini's text is the way that Panini wrote it. Panini's text has never been added or subtracted. It has the, thank you so much, it has the same value as an inscription. Now, what does Panini say? Panini is placed 600-700 years before Common Era. Panini, in his text, which is available to us, talks about the worship of Vasudeva Krishna and Arjun. The third important early text that we have is Patanjali's Mahabhashya. So there are three texts that I've talked to you about: Chandogya Upanishad, Panini's Ashtadhyayi, and Patanjali's Mahabhashya. Now, Patanjali's Mahabhashya is an elaboration of the rules that have been presented by Panini. Now, in Mahabhashya, Patanjali says that according to the rules established by Panini, if you're naming two people, then the shorter name will come first and the longer name will come afterwards. For example, if I'm giving an example, if you mention Geeta and Meenakshi, Meenakshi is the longer name, it will come after, and Geeta will come first. But Patanjali says there is one exception that Panini has made to the rule, and that is the exception of Vasudev and Arjun. Arjun is the shorter name, so it should come before Vasudev. But an exception is made in the case of Vasudev and Arjun. Vasudev comes first because he is the worshipful one. This is what Patanjali is saying in the Mahabhashya, that Vasudev is the worshipful one. So, when we talk about whether Krishna was a historical figure or what was the relationship of Mathura with Krishna, all these are modern red herrings that have been placed before us to detract a continuous evidence of worship of Krishna. Chandogya Upanishad, Panini, and Patanjali. And the last person that I want to quote is Megasthenes. Megasthenes was an ambassador to the court of Chandragupta. And Megasthenes wrote a book, Indica, that has actually been lost, but portions of that book have survived, which were quoted by other historians of that time. And Megasthenes says that Gokul and Mathura are the cities which are the cities of the Vrishnis. We know that Vasudeva was from the Vrishni clan, and he says that these are the cities of the Vrishnis, and he talks about the association of Krishna with Mathura. So, Hamara Itihas, we talk about हमारा इतिहास, these are 4 evidences that I've given. They're all before Common Era. How long before, it doesn't matter to us.